Okay, I've scraped off a lot of the hard fouling. It's in the bolster. Another really good friend to have are Q-tips. And send that down in there. You can see they're black when you pull them out. But when you pull them out, you can see iron, because these barrels are made of iron. It looks good. Flash channel is 100% clear, but it is a little moist in there. And we got to dry all that out. We got to get that out. We're going to use air, basically. So I'm going to put that on half cock, and I'm just going to run a bunch of patches down the barrel, and the air that is escaping through the barrel will assist us in drying all of that out. So I'm just going to run dry patches down here. And the weapon now it's pretty much clean. We're just going to dry her out, and we're going to clean the outside of it. You can hear the water in there. See, it's still a little dirty in there, so it's probably stuff coming out of the bolster when you spray it. Patches are still pretty wet. Damn. When I cut my own patches, I go to the store and buy a flannel material, 100% cotton. You don't want any kind of polyester or synthetic fabrics in it. You want all natural. It's a lot cheaper that way. I buy about 3 yards of it. I've got little wheels that has a blade on it. Just cut a bunch of patches at once. And sometimes you can double them up, get a tighter fit in the board. But if I do that, I'll usually wet it with my ballast oil and water. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to keep cleaning it until the patches come out a little wider than they are now. I'll come back when that's done. Alright, so I've dried out most of the board. I've still got some moisture in here. I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off. Now you can see the outside is still filthy. So with our ballast oil and water, we're just going to put some on a patch here. And just wipe it down. Wipe it off there. That ballast oil and water does great things to black powder fouling. Wipe all the crud off the outside of it. It's going to be on the side of the lock over here. And you're going to have some on the lock, stock back there on the back of the bolster. You'll also have some in the cup of the hammer. We can use our scrapers to get all that out. Scrape off the crap that's in there. And you can use your Q-tips to get that out. And you're also going to have crap underneath the arch of the hammer. And scrape that a little bit gently. And all that stuff out from underneath it. Now I will maybe once a year take the lock off just to kind of inspect in there. I do grease my lock. That's one thing I would like to tell you. I mean, you do what you want, but I get a gun grease, and wherever metal rubs on the lock plate or on the tumbler and all that stuff, I put a little bit of grease on it. Alright. It's gotten all the fouling off the outside of it. And you can see, unless you can see down inside of the bolster area, I'll try to get you a close up. There's a little bit of crap right there. Get that out of there. Now, see if you can see this. That is clean enough to eat off of. It's pretty much Let me focus in on that beam. See down in there the breech area? The fire channel is clear, it's dry. That's because we let it soak. All that hard fouling took on water and it became soft. It scraped out. Can you see in there pretty good?
Turn down a little bit more.
You see that? That's what you want. Now, the inside of the hammer still got a little bit of stuff on it, but I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to come back and show you what I do to the nipple before I put it back in the barrel. Ready? Okay. We can't put the nipple back into the barrel in this condition, so we're going to have to clean it. So I'll spray it with my 50/50 Ballistol and water, and I'll scrape off the big chunks. Like so. Try to get all the big crap off with this scraper. Then we'll wipe that down. Now I've got a stainless steel toothbrush. Trying to get more of it off there. Now, if you've noticed, if you're familiar with these, this is an Amco nipple. This started out life in a musket, and after the flash hole in the nipple got too big or wore out, drilled it out with a 3/32 drill bit, put it in the smooth bore. That's how I recycle my nipples. I found that the original nipples with the great big flash hole are not really conducive for accuracy, and that's just my observation. Your results may vary. That's just been in this gun. You can see the flash hole in that one. When I originally got this nipple, it was a lot big, a lot smaller, but they'll burn out, and it is important to replace them when they burn out, if they turn oval or the flash hole becomes too big, because accuracy will taper off. I'll just scrape all the crud off of it. Some of it will stain. You'll never get all the stains off of them. But then it's ready to be put back in the stock. Before I do that, we got a little bit of oil. I always put this on anything that has threads on it. Put a little dab of this oil on it, just a little bit. This is my own oil. You can use whatever you want. And then we're going to put it back into the barrel. Then we're going to coat the whole thing in Ballistol, top to bottom, inside out. So I've got a bottle here of just straight Ballistol. Now I'm going to saturate the patch with it. And this stuff is awesome. If you shoot black powder, you should definitely have some of this stuff too. And run this down the bore. Now this isn't, I wouldn't recommend this for long-term storage maybe, but if you shoot a lot, it's great for that. So now the inside of the bore is completely coated with it. We're going to wipe the whole thing down with Ballistol. This will clean out all this Ballistol dissolves black powder. It does a whole lot of things. It's good for the wood, it's good for everything. And it smells good too, I think. Wipe it all down. It's a water-soluble oil is what it is, I believe. So it will dry out eventually, but it will help preserve your bores and your wood and everything. I'll just drench it in this stuff. And the last step, I'll go ahead, wipe off the ramrod and wipe off the tip. She's ready. Back in the gun safe she goes. Alrighty, thanks for watching.